Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to digiMAX Sports Network. This is Scott Kirker along with Randy Begole. Randy Metamora comes into the second-round playoff game against Highland. We're coming on a roll. We've won 6 in a row, and our team is starting to play really good football. We're going to have to play another good game. They're a very well-coached team. They have some talent. They've also, I think they're on about an 8-game winning streak. So they're also riding pretty high also. The Metamora's going to have to come out, dictate the clock. They're going to have to control the clock and kind of impose their will, similar to what they did last week against MacArthur.
Yeah, and you look at these two teams. I mean, they resemble each other to a certain degree. They like to run the ball. They have a little bit more misdirection than we do, and maybe a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker. So we're going to have to stay home. We're going to have to gap control and kind of do what we do. But both teams, this is going to be a challenge to see who can run the ball, who can take control of the clock.
I think the one thing that Metamora has an advantage of right now is they've kind of been, this is their 22nd trip into the second-round playoffs. So Metamora's been there. These kids last year made it to the second round. I believe Highland did also, but I believe they replaced 22 starters from last year's team. They had a very good team. If you remember, they knocked off Washington the first game of the season, 55-6. So they dominated. They know a little bit on how to win. So that winning is not something that's new to them.
Absolutely. We got a great day here. Wind's cooling down just a little bit here, so just a beautiful day for football, and so everything's in play. The pass game's in play, run game's in play. Anything can happen here today, so hopefully we're ready to go.
While we take a break, when we come back, we'll talk to the Redbird offensive coordinator, Nick Zielinski.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin Kyle.
We'll make it quick.
Both of my children have really enjoyed Dr. Frenette.
Coach, another tough opponent for you guys. Metamora, though, has the last 6 weeks particularly have been playing some very good football.
Well, we have to continue to do that. This is like a conference game, I would say.
Yeah.
Very similar type size school as ours. Very well coached. Similar type weapons we see versus a Dunlap or a Morton, or a Washington. I think Washington's defense is a little better, but otherwise they prepare very well in our conference. So we're going to have to play very well. We're going to have to execute at a high level. We have been doing that the last 6 weeks. We just got to make sure we continue today.
Coach, how was the week this week? Preparation? How's the team doing? Ready to go?
It was another good week. We had some adversity during the week. A couple of practices I wouldn't say that were clean at the end, but I thought we challenged the kids to deal with it. Came back better the next day. Just little stuff, just making sure. But it's going to be really, really important defensively to know where number 9 is. He's a real good player, and they move him around a lot. Offensively, they're very similar to what we want to do. Lots of trades, flips, motions, screens. They run a boatload of just about everything that's in the offensive arsenal. So we got to be ready. The quarterback is a very elusive. It reminds me of like a John Schlimmer. Same time height, but he doesn't get down. He doesn't get tackled very often with the first guy. He's very skitterbug. So we got to make sure that we get more than one hat to him, and then we got to tackle real well today. That's the key.
Coach, when you look at your football team right now, you got to be happy with the way that things have been playing, where you've been playing the last few weeks. A big win last week against MacArthur. It's got to kind of put you momentum-wise into a good spot today.
Well, I think we have been building the correct momentum for the last 6 weeks since that Morton game. We've done a real good job of building each week to week to get better. And now we got to take the next step because we know that once you get in the playoffs, each week's going to be a little more challenging. These guys present different problems in MacArthur, but it's the playoffs, so you're going to see something a little bit different each week. And it's going to be harder to focus on just what we did last week and take away the tailback and make them throw bombs, and hopefully they don't complete enough. And that's kind of how it happened last week, and it worked out. We're going to have a great defensive effort from all 11 guys. And then offensively, we got to control the football. We got to control the line of scrimmage and take big plays when we get the opportunity. Last week, we ran it for a ton. We only threw it for 34, but we could have thrown if we wanted to. But sometimes the game just dictates that, grind the clock, take advantage of what you got, and that's kind of where we were last week.
Coach, any offensive keys? I mean, last week, we came out, threw the ball a little bit, not a lot, but boy, we ran the ball so well. So, what are you looking for out of your offense?
We're going to have control up front, that's for sure. And 55 is a real good player. They play 3 technique. He's a big kid. So just another guy we're going to see in there that we're going to have to handle. Because if he causes problems, it's going to give us a lot of issues with trying to what we want to get done with our gap scheme offense. But obviously it's going to be controlling the line of scrimmage and then trying to manipulate what they're doing in the secondary to get us benefits. If they want to try to +1 one side, we got to take away that. Go to the other side, we got to throw the ball. We got to RPO it, something along those lines. So I feel really good where we're at. I think our kids are really executing any type of small adjustments we've made. I think we're in a great place with being able to communicate and get things changed very quickly. So, I'm anticipating our kids playing really, really well. But, this is the time when you better be playing well or we're going to go home. So the bus ride home is a lot longer if the scoreboard's not your way. That's
Coach, we'll let you get going here. I know you want to get back to the locker room, but good luck. Bring home a W.
Thanks. We'll do our best.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. Randy and I will go over the keys to the game. Wait.
Central Illinois. You asked for it and we listened. Germantown Grill is growing to meet customer demand, adding more dining space and a private gaming area featuring games powered by Gold Rush, the gold standard in video gaming. And Germantown Grill still has all the food and spirits that keep our customers coming back. Stop by to check out our daily specials. The game's on at Germantown Grill, where Central Illinois loves to eat. Open 7 days a week, just off Route 116.
Well, we love it. So we've been coming for almost 10 years. Dr. Kaufman is affiliated with high school sports. It offers anything from adjustment to physical therapy. The whole staff is so good to my family, which is extremely important nowadays.
We keep coming back because it has changed how we feel tremendously, but also because we know that Dr. Kaufman and his staff genuinely care about the people that walk through his door, and he's passionate about what he does, and that comes across in everything.
Contact Greg Harmon for a home and auto quote today.
Welcome back to Highland. We're just about 18 minutes away from kickoff, Randy, but for me, the keys, I think Metamora needs to get off. We said it all year, a good, quick start. We need to, kind of make sure that, we hit them first.
Oh, for sure. And, the way these two teams play, they like to run the ball, and to me that just screams momentum, right? You've got to have a lot of momentum to get your guys going, to run the ball, and just take control of the game, So, but, this first half, both of these teams are really well coached, and, I don't expect one team or the other to really jump out here. I think they're going to kind of feel each other out a little bit and see how this goes. And I think we're going to see a really good half of football. And I think halftime adjustments are going to be a big piece of what happens at the end of the story here.
Yeah, I think that's very true. I think that, we kind of did that last week. We kind of had to make a few adjustments at halftime, but the halftime adjustments were fantastic, and we dominated that second half. Dunlap band comes onto the field, but defensively, I think, too, we have to make sure that we don't get caught up in the eye candy window dressing that they're going to do with all their motion. I think that's going to be very important for us to make sure that we, kind kind of control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we've got to stay home. You saw early in the game against MacArthur, we kind of got sucked in with the running backs. And, that first touchdown, they ran a reverse, and we bid on the fake, right? So I have a feeling that, they looked at that film, Scotty, and they're going to see that, and they're going to realize, hey, if we can, get some direction going one way, kind of get them to bite, they could do some of that, counter and reverse type action. So I agree. We got to stay home. We have to contain, take an outside route. I saw some nice plays by our linebackers last week where we literally made plays from the side of the player by staying outside and not letting that running back bounce outside of it. So I think we've really made some improvements there. But yeah, we got to maintain gap, right?
Yeah, I think so too. I think they talk. This is probably a better team than MacArthur. MacArthur's going to have a lot probably better athletes, but it poses that equal amount of problems for you because. Which is better? Would you rather play a team that's well coached or a team that has a lot of athletes? It's a two-edged sword there a little bit.
In this team, they're not going to stop. This team's going to fight to the end. Until that fourth quarter whistle blows at the end, this team is going to play hard. They're here. A nice home crowd and a beautiful day, and they know, hey, this is win or go home. This is playoff football.
Yeah. This is. You're right. This is if you don't win today, you're done and get ready for basketball season. And I'm looking forward to basketball season, Randy, but not yet.
That's right. We can wait. We can wait on that.
So, I was very impressed with what Nick Zielinski said about how, they do a lot of things, and we just have to be disciplined. And I think that's one of the things that we've done so well here the last month and a half is we've gotten to be very disciplined. And, we'll see how well that happens because that could change. That can change in a heartbeat. And we're going to have to do that for the full, 48 minutes today. And if we can do that, we'll come out on top. And I'm just curious to see, just how well we're able to impose our will.
If we can get the running game going and control that clock, to me, that's everything, We made that statement last week. We said 3 yards in a cloud of dust, right?
We're getting 6.
Well, it's 6 yards in a cloud of dust, right? But, if we can get to that point in this game, and I think it's going to take a little bit to do that. You got to wear them down. We do have a little bit of size advantage in the line and the interior line. If we could do that, but I think we're going to have to throw the ball just a little bit to kind of open things up and create some alleys to run on, So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that progresses. That like I said, talking to Coach Zielinski, I think he's ready for the challenge. I think he's excited, and this team is just showing progressions offensively and defensively. And we're at a point in the season where we're playing our best football. I mean, you can't expect anything less, but we are. We're doing it. We just have to continue the saga here, right? Just
right.
Take the next step forward.
And it is kind of exciting, this is the third time we've played Highland. We beat them 35-3 back in 2001. We beat them 28-7 in 16. And we got a game here today. In 16, though, they had a player by the name of Sam Laporta, who's now a second-round draft choice from the Detroit Lions.
I watched them score a touchdown on Monday Night Football just this Monday here. So
and he came
to the Raiders.
He's from Highland. He was a tremendous player. When we played him in 16, though, he was only a sophomore. And he was an awfully good player. And we kind of took him out of the game a little bit early on. We hit him pretty good, and that was tough for him to recover from. But he was still such a force. And they had, I believe that day they started 7 sophomores. They were ready to take it in. They were up 7-0. They're ready to take it in to go up 14-0. And Matt Nelson came up and hit their running back, and laid him out. He fumbled, we recovered, and the game was over. We went down and scored and tied it up.
Big plays like that, defining moments of a game. That's what Metamora needs here, especially being on the road. You got to come out here, make a statement, and really slow them down and get them out of what they want to do, right?
Yeah, I think without question that's what we need to do. We need to come out and kind of impose our will. We talk about it a lot, but imposing your will in a game like this is so important. And, momentum in any sport, but particularly in high school sports, if you can control the momentum, the tempo of the game, man, you're going to win the game more often than not.
Yeah, we talked about, defensively, if we can get them and, third and long, right? You get that third and long situation and, we might have an advantage, back there. If they put the ball in the air, that might create some opportunities for us here. So
yeah.
I've watched a little bit of film on these guys. I have not seen them throw the ball long. So, they throw the ball out in the flat. They throw it, back shoulder, some quick slants, things like that. But I haven't seen them go long. So, I don't know if Coach will have some of our defensive guys up on their toes a little bit more, ready to make a break on the ball. The fact that that's kind of what they do, right?
The one game that they did throw the ball a little bit long was against Decatur St. Teresa. Decatur St. Teresa, not the normal St. Teresa team we've seen in the past. They did throw the ball over the middle a little bit deeper. Complete, I believe they had 2 touchdown passes deep.
Okay.
But they didn't exploit that a lot. I would think when it comes to the passing game, we might have a little bit of an advantage just for the fact that we've got a 6'5" and a 6'2" wide receiver. And those guys have been very good for us. And I'd like to see how we're going to play those guys and how we're going to use those guys today.
I agree. When you look at Shaffron and Bidney, I go to the Dunlap game. They had Sutter, 6'5". There was a play where, the Dunlap coach had an ISO play with Sutter, and we brought in Shaffron on the defensive side, forced him into a timeout. You know, so I think Coach is really doing a nice job with that. But you start thinking about the advantage that we possibly have throwing the ball when we're on offense. I don't know that they have a guy, that size that they can bring in to kind of neutralize those guys. So that could be an advantage for us for sure.
And when you look at their team, their biggest guy a skill player guy is 6'1", tight end defensive end Nick Judge, but he does not back on pass defense very often, at least not against a wide receiver. And I take that back. They have Trent Stock. I don't know. Number 2, I'm not sure if he plays a lot of wide receiver or a defensive back for them. I'm not sure. But I just think that we have such an advantage with those 2 receivers, 6'5" and 6'2". We'll see how we use that advantage. And, there's things you can do if you're smaller to take away from that. We'll just see if we can exploit that a little bit this afternoon. Because if we can, that should open up some huge running lanes for Cranford and for Kyle and then even for Nick Rhodes.
Absolutely. So, you talk about that receiver comparison, let's get back to a little bit of quarterback comparison, their quarterback is a sophomore, I believe, 5'7", 160, somewhere in there.
Yeah, Blake Jelly.
Yeah, so, fast, smart, decisive. I think there's been comments that he plays, older than what he is. He's a little more mature than a sophomore. So that's going to be an interesting to kind of watch and see what these quarterbacks do. But, there's a lot of option reads, and, their quarterback likes to pull it and go the other way, kind of like what Nick Rhodes did last week. So, we'll see how that factors in.
Nick Dolinsky compared him to Johnny Schlemmer, and that's a pretty good comparison, really.
So it looks like we're getting a score here. Is that Providence New Lenox?
New Lenox, yep.
35-0 here. I'm not sure at what point of the game is, but the winner.
The winner second.
Yeah, so the winner of this game could possibly face Providence New Lenox. And who are they playing, Scotty?
They're playing Hillcrest Country Club, Hills.
Okay, and are they playing up in Chicago?
Yep. It's at a suburb. Neither team probably had to go too awfully far for that game, but that's a beatdown a little bit.
Yeah, so either team in this case who wins would have to go to Providence in that case, wouldn't they? Because they've had 2 road games. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So we'll keep an eye on that score. See how that goes.
Yep, and that'll be an interesting. It's about 7.5 minutes away from kickoff. Metamora out onto the field, getting ready to come onto their sideline. Here come the Metamora Redbirds onto the field. A decent crowd. When you stop and think we had to travel about 2.5 hours, the game is we're broadcasting the game live back home, so a decent crowd when you take all those things into consideration.
Yeah, beautiful drive down here. Beautiful day to be out. I mean, it's hard to believe. I feel like we should be in short sleeves out here, and this is November football. Right?
Yeah, it's an awfully nice day here. Highland hasn't come out of their locker room yet, but they soon will be. So, Randy, when you were in high school, how many playoff games were you a part of?
You know what? I was just in one playoff game as a sophomore, and we lost to Sterling Newman Central Catholic down there, 13-8. It was a grind-out game, and you know what? I had a pass right before half. They said there's about 10 seconds on the clock. They said everybody go run a hook, a button hook in the old day they call it, right?
Yeah.
And and for me that was never a fun pattern because I knew I was going to take a helmet in the ribs, right? So
the national anthem.
Oh.
Well, Randy, a little over 3 minutes to go before kickoff. Beautiful, beautiful day. We couldn't ask for much more. A little bit on the cloudy side, but that's okay. Going to be a nice afternoon. Looking forward to late start, 2 o'clock. Got an update on that New Lenox-Providence Hillcrest score, 35-0 Celtics. New Lenox-Providence Celtics up 35-0. About midway through the second quarter, looks like they've come out and kind of laid a beat down on Hillcrest a little bit.
You know, Scotty, these Catholic League schools are a lot tougher than what their record shows.
Sure, because they play in such a tough league. So Hillcrest comes out onto the field. They got about 2.5 minutes before kickoff. Maybe they'll just forego those final 2 minutes. And
another score here I've got is East St. Louis 34 against Normal West, 34-0 in the second quarter. And nothing else here to report. But
Washington doesn't start till 3 o'clock as Metamora comes onto the field. And it looks like we've got Jadon Cranford back deep for Metamora along with Cam Nickel. And I can't see who that is on the other side. Is that
is that Avery Grebner over there?
I believe it is Avery Grebner. Kicking off for Zane Cordy, getting ready to kick off for the Bulldogs.
Well, Scotty, here we go.
Yep. The Cam Nickel
takes it up the middle. It's not over the 35.
Out to about the 38-yard line. Good position field position for Metamora as they come on to bring their offense onto the field.
We got Highland wearing all black today, and the Birds in all white today, but these two schools share colors.
Yeah.
So, got a lot of contrast out there today.
And as you can tell, I guess they do have we don't have the clock in the, what would that be, the north end zone working, a play clock. It is working in the south end zone.
A little bit to our disadvantage here. I did see something in the, the refs were talking about a countdown, I thought, when, at the kickoff. I don't know what they were talking about, but it would certainly apply here if they've got to manually do that countdown.
Well, they can't have one and not the other.
Okay. Well, like they're trying to fire it up. Here we go. All right, looks like we're in business.
All right, here we go.
Boston Cox, the center for the Redbirds, sprints up to the line. He's ready to go.
Evan Cowell in the backfield.
Takes it off the right-hand side, gets a few.
That's a pickup of about 4 yards for the Redbirds.
Ooh, that spot
that's a pickup of only 3.
Took it back a yard. Cote in motion. Getting to Kyle up the middle. It's taken down by number 75, Ashton Zobrist of Highland. Brings up a 3rd and 8. We've got Bidney and Cote split on the outside here to the right. Kyle in motion. Rhodes keeps it on the left-hand side. It's stripped up.
And it gets back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 4th and about 8 yards for the Redbirds. That'll bring on their punt unit.
Like Jaden Lambert is coming in. Back to punt for the Birds.
I believe wind's coming from the northwest.
Yeah, it's shifted a little bit here.
Pretty solid punt.
Up the middle, gets a nice roll.
A pretty nice punt down to about the 22-yard line. At the 20.
All right. Nice punt. Nice job.
down on the 22 for the Bulldogs. We'll see their offense for the first time. First series of downs for Metamora, typical kind of feeling out process.
Yep, a couple runs between the tackles, just seeing what we could do. Little run off to the left side.
And
Adam Sloan in there making the play?
Yeah, I believe so. And he'll lose about a yard on the play. That's Fry.
Number 3, Hunter Fry, their main running back. Number 15, Blake Jelly, is the quarterback. And a tight formation, little motion, little sweep.
That up to about the 20, 25-yard line. That's a pickup of about 5 yards.
Yeah, hit first by Cranford.
Avery Grebner in on the tackle also. Brings up a 3rd and about 6. Want to thank MTCO for kind of sponsoring our little tailgate party today.
They did a great job providing for us. That was really nice. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Got some space. Brought down by Grebner. About the 47, 48-yard line. That's kind of what we talked about earlier, Scotty. We know that quarterback does a nice job reading that option. Little pass out to the flat. Ball
stripped by
Cranford.
Cranford.
It up.
Cranford could go. Touchdown, Metamora.
Beautiful. Beautiful defense. Little pass out to the flat. Did you see who knocked it away out there?
It was Cranford that stripped it, and then he picked it up and went in for the touchdown.
Beautiful play. Boy, and when Cranford got out in the open there, I mean, nobody was going to catch him. He just pulled away.
That'll bring on the Redbird offense. They'll go for 2. Seems like they like to do that the first touchdown.
Going for 2. We've got Petrie in at quarterback. We've got Shaffron split wide to the right. Petrie runs to the right-hand side.
And he'll walk in. Touchdown, Metamora for 2-point conversion. Metamora Redbirds up quickly, 8-0.
8:26 in the first quarter.
Also want to take some time and congratulate Tara Ballard on another fantastic season with the Lady Redbird volleyball team. They lost a heartbreaker this past week in the sectionals, and man, it's tough because every year she's got them in the thick of things, and they've been fantastic. And they one of these years she's gonna come through and get a state title.
You know, they're right there with Morton. You know, it was 1-1 with Morton. Morton wins the 3rd game. Now Morton just won the super sectional, so Morton's going to state. So
yep.
The Redbirds, my heart goes out. My daughter played for Coach Ballard, for 4 years, and just loves her as a coach. I mean, she coaches a college-level program, for that volleyball team, and she just does a great job. So, my heart goes out to her, but she does a wonderful job for those kids and sends a lot of kids to play college ball. When they get into college, it's not a surprise for them.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, but I believe is that the first defensive touchdown this year for us?
Great question. Like number 9, Dylan Beadle.
He's a speedster for Highland. Got to keep him contained, and they did there. He got it out to about the 29-yard line. It would be 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
We're going to miss our sideline reporter, Ryan Vogel, out here today, but, he usually helps us out with some of these numbers on these tackles and things. So bear with us here as we try to decipher some of these numbers from up here.
I want to congratulate Colton Kaler, our longtime radio or a TV guy. Got married today. Ryan was in his wedding. Couldn't be here because of that.
Back to pass. Fry's looking. He's looking. He's getting pursued. Throws it away.
I guess is there a receiver out there? They have a lineman out there, but I don't see a receiver.
Yeah, there was really nobody near the ball. He threw it to the first down marker, but
he's outside the tackle, though. So.
Okay.
And he got it past the line of scrimmage. That brings up a 2nd and 10. Good job by the Redbird secondary coverage. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Smart play by the quarterback to throw that away. Otherwise, he would have lost some yardage there.
That's an offsides on. I think that's on Metamora. Yep, it's offsides on Metamora.
It's a little excited out there.
Yep.
Want to make a play, right? Jelly throws out to the Beetle. He's hit immediately. It's like maybe a loss of a couple.
Yeah. He had to kind of come back for it, and it kind of threw the timing of that entire play off. And good job by the Redbird secondary to come up and make that tackle, and it's a loss of about a yard.
That. Yeah, there was 3 guys there to make the play.
Brings up a 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs.
Like they've got trips left for Highland.
Watch for
the backfield.
Watch for the screen pass.
There it is. Little bubble right up the middle.
It's
play made by Stephen Petrie. Looks like it's a 4th down. They're setting up quickly. Up the middle. Oh. Left side. It's Fry. It's like Cranford and Seals are running them down. Gets down to about the 16-yard line.
They guessed right.
Yep, nobody was home on that backside. Nice call by Highland. Up the middle. I think that's number 13, Tyson Rakers, for the carry. Gets about 2 yards on the play.
Up a 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Fry fumbles it, recovers it. Cam Nickel hits him immediately.
Yeah.
Loss of about 3-4 yards there.
Yep, and that's a good play by Cam Nickel. Boy, he shot through there.
The heads-up play to see what's going on. About a 3rd and about 11 and a half here, Scotty.
Big down for the Redbird defense.
Back to pass. Like he's going to run.
And he's not going to make it.
Caught out there by Nickel and Stephen Petrie, looks like.
Brings up a 4th and about 6.
They're on the Redbird 12-yard line. Big down here for the defense. Fry shifts to the right. Jelly back to pass, lofts it up. The back of the end zone. Touchdown, Highland. He must have got a foot down in the back of the end zone there.
I can't see who that was.
88, Wyatt Render on the catch. Highland looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here
to tie it up.
Back to pass. Shelley's looking. Gets taken down by Ty Dyke. Unsuccessful on the 2-point conversion.
Pretty good play by the Redbird defense.
An aggressive tackle by Ty Dykes there.
Yeah.
You like to see him fired up and ready to play. Well, Scotty, like we said, two well-coached teams here going at it. And, Highland draws first blood here out of the offense, but they're kind of poking and prodding and, finding little creases in the Redbird defense here. So see what our offense can do.
So back deep for So with 5 minutes to go in this first quarter, we're not tied up. Redbird still lead 8-6. Need to get something going here on offense.
Yeah, hopefully coaches saw something from that first drive. Stephen Petrie to receive.
And you'll get it out to almost the same spot we were before.
Right about the 37-yard line.
Yep.
The wind has kind of suddenly settled down here, Scotty. Maybe we'll take advantage of that, put the ball in the air a little bit, right? Got Shaffron split out wide left, Sidney wide right. Evan Kyle gets the ball up the middle.
Nice run by the junior running back. He crosses the 40. Pickup of about 4 yards. Makes it a 2nd down and 6 for the Redbird offense.
Got Bidney and Cote split out right. Marshall Vasquez is the H-back on the left side. Kyle's in the backfield. Kyle gets the ball off the left side. Gets it down about the 45-yard line. Pretty close.
Brings up a 3rd and about 3, maybe?
Like A.J. Stone checks into the lineup. Seth Bauman for the Birds. Like we're going to go to a tight formation here.
The first 2 series are Evan Kyle series.
Kyle gets the ball on the left side. Hit once.
And it looks like he's going to get it.
Boy, he's awful close. I think he's a little bit short. I think he's about a half yard short, Scotty. Well, we're out at the 46-yard line. We're still in Redbird territory.
Ooh, boy, it looked like he got more than that, didn't it? Well, maybe you don't know where he was out of bounds.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Looks like we're going for it. 4th and 1. Birds are coming up to the line here. Tight formation. Nick Rhodes tried the hard count. Got the left end to move. He's got him shaking a little bit.
We take a timeout.
Well, that was interesting, that last hard count. He kind of turned to his right side.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he can move without drawing a flag there.
Yeah,
that was close.
That could be looked at as a motion penalty. We called a timeout right when he did it.
But, the first 2 hard counts, he had him moving. So they just didn't cross over.
Do you think we'll still go for it after the timeout?
I think coaches maybe were looking to see what they had there. So we'll see if they see something they like. But, we're certainly talking it over. So I don't think it's out of the question.
So Up, we're bringing the offense back out onto the field.
I don't see Jaden Lambert out there, so.
I almost like us to be up under center, but I get when people say that that's not good.
You know, they say if you go under center, you go back in the gun, it creates some exchange difficulties between the center and the quarterback. So it's like Nick's Road keeps it on the right-hand side. He bounces it outside. Got a lot of green out here.
And he'll
First
pick
down,
up more than first down.
Redbird.
Good job by Nick Rhodes.
Gets it down to about the 34-yard line of Highland.
That'll cross into Bulldog territory and brings in Jadon Cranford will come into the backfield for the first time this afternoon.
Sheffrin split out right. And you've got Kyle, the up back in the backfield. First time we've seen a two-back set. We've got a flag here.
I think we moved.
Birds are getting called for a little movement there.
Yeah,
but I don't know, Scotty. Was that a shift? I mean,
our tackle and guard on the other side moved.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I saw the tight end and the H-back shift, and I didn't know if that was what the call was.
That brings up and makes it a 1st and 15 for the Redbirds. Just under 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter, excuse me.
And Bagol tight end shifts to the right-hand side. Kyle Cranford in the backfield. Cranford gets it off the right side. He's got room. He cuts in the middle. Brought down by number 7, Leo Diva. After it looks like a first down game there. Down about the 20-yard line.
Just gliding through that defense. And
great job to have patience and let his blockers get out there and do some work. Like they're at about the 21-yard line of Highland here. Sheffrin out wide left. A.J. Stone and Vasquez in the H-back position, and Cranford, the lone back in the backfield. Rhodes hands to Cranford on the right side. Maybe gets 1 or 2.
He got about 4.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Boy, my angle was bad there, Scotty. It looked like they had him piled up there right off tackle.
He puts his foot in the ground, he goes in, and he becomes a very physical runner, and he moves the pile.
Yeah, he drove a couple yards there after contact. A strong kid. Like I said, he's getting stronger every game. Cranford up the middle. It's inside the 15-yard line.
Brings up a 3rd and about 3. Haven't attempted a pass yet, but I don't know if this is the place to throw your first one.
Cranford sets up to the left of Rhodes. And we've got a delay a game call here, looks like.
Ooh, that's not good. Not when we were 3rd and...
Yeah, coach is out there asking a few questions to the officiating crew.
Yeah, that wasn't right. They didn't restart the clock. Because he had...
Okay, they're picking up the flag here.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, Redbirds take a timeout. You know, what do you usually get 40 seconds, is it, Scotty?
Well, 32 on a run play, 40 after an incomplete pass.
Okay.
I believe that's what it is.
And then 25, though, is after, a quarter or a timeout or a penalty or things like that. So, maybe they only put 25 on, after the run play, and maybe that's what Coach was saying.
Brings up a 3rd and they're saying 4 yards, man. That looks more like 3 over there, doesn't it?
Boy, the angle's tough.
Maybe it is 4. The Redbird defense or offense comes back onto the field. We have a 3rd and 4 after the timeout.
Got Shafford and Cote split to the left-hand side. Cranford in the backfield. Cranford goes in motion to the left. Rhodes keeps it to the right side. Looks like he's in the end zone.
Touchdown, Metamora.
Nick Rhodes. What a nice play.
Well, did you see how the defense shifted when Cranford went in motion? And it took away the linebackers, and once he got past that initial defensive line, there was really nobody there. Puts us up 14-6, and the Redbirds, I think, will go for 2.
Oh, no,
Tommy
Sopko's
Sopko comes on. That's how things have been going here lately.
Rhodes to hold.
Go for 2, and then 1 from there on after.
Kick is up.
And it's good. Right down central. Redbirds take a 15-6 lead with 52 seconds left to go here in this first quarter.
And you know, Scotty, ever since that Dunlap game, you know, we hit that first 2-point conversion, and after that we missed 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it got a little dicey there at the end of the game when they were driving down, and you know, I don't know, maybe our coaching staff kind of reevaluated the value of some extra points there, you know, some gimmies. So, yeah, you're right. Since then, though, it seems like we've been a little more cautious and just taking the kick, right?
A really nice drive by Metamora, 63 yards. Converted 1 4th down where Nick Rhodes picked up about 24 yards. And I think after that, I think Metamora's run game dominance kind of showed its for if you're Highland, it's ugly head.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that we have not put the ball in the air yet. You know, I thought we'd have to do that to open up some lanes, but Redbird's doing a great job without it.
Be interesting to see this next possession for Highland.
Sopko hesitates on the kick. Little pooch off to the right side. That's Beadle. They say he's got speed. Petrie almost has it.
And he'll return it.
Beadle returns it for a touchdown. You know, Scotty, they have a nickname for this Beadle kid here in Highland. I think they call him Lightning or something.
Yeah, he's fast.
So
he is fast.
He's got some speed. So he's a kid that, boy, when he gets that kick return, you know, he gets your full attention.
Pretty nice move here at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, 2 real nice hesitations that really caused the defender to have some second thoughts. So, like Highland's going to try to kick this one for the extra point. That's 67, Cole Ellison for the kick, and it's good.
And makes it a 15-14 ball game, or 15-13 ball game, excuse me.
Well, Scotty, we've got a little back and forth going here. I mean, Metamora preserves the 2-point lead. But, you know, we get a big play. They got a big kick return. You know, they ground down on the offense. We ground down on the offense. So, you know, we're looking at a pretty evenly matched contest here so far.
We'll see how well they're able to, you know, Highland stuck with us for about 2.5 quarters.
We're talking MacArthur?
MacArthur, yeah,
that's right.
And
and we know our coaches are studying over there and trying to see what's available. So, you know, again, you kind of get into a chess match situation here, right?
Yep.
Kick is up, like Cam Nichols is going to receive. Going up the middle. It's out over the 35-yard line.
Right about the 36, so very similar to where we've started the entire game.
Within a yard. Absolutely.
Redbirds come out with Jadon Cranford in the backfield along with Evan Kyle, the two-headed monster.
Tight end San Miguel shifts to the right-hand side. Kyle shifts to the right. Cranford comes over the right-hand side. Looks like he powers it almost out to the 40-yard line. Maybe that's the 39. Three yards in a cloud of dust there, Scotty.
Yep. I didn't look. Are there corners starting to creep in?
Yeah, I think the D-backs are coming in to try to offer some run support. So brings us to the end of the first quarter. Metamora 15, Highland 13.
I think it's time to thank our sponsors. Commerce Bank, challenge accepting, helping you and our community grow. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted. Goodfield State Bank, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you. Goodfield State Bank, a true community bank. Hanover's Pub, kitchen open late every weekend. See you on the square. Kirby Foods, be sure to check out their signature Kirby items in the deli and meat departments. Kirby Foods is proud to be 100% employee-owned. Logo Wear in Metamora for all your Redbird gear. Mason Funeral Home, proud supporter of the Metamora Redbirds.
Redbirds are back out there, 2nd and 7. Start the second quarter. Nick Road keeps it on the left side, up the middle. Maybe gets one, maybe two.
Brings up a third, about 5?
Yep, about a 3rd and 5.
So we have both Cranford and Kyle in the backfield together.
Shaffron split out right. San Miguel shifts to the right-hand side, as Kyle does. Cranford to the right. Looks like he's got the first down.
First down, Redbirds.
About 6 yards there. That was just some power football by the Redbirds there. Yep. I think everybody in the stands knew where that was going and just took it for 6 yards. Some good hard running by Cranford. Shaffron and Cote split out left. Bidney out to the right. Evan Kyle, the lone back in the backfield, gets the ball to the right side, trying to cut the corner.
And maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, looks like no gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 10. A.J. Stone checks into the game at H-back. The right side, Kyle hit immediately. That number 80 over there in the play.
Brings up a 3rd and about 10 for the Redbird offense.
Might be time to air the ball just a little bit here. Like to see us throw it. Well, Avery Grebner comes in on the right-hand side, so Redbirds are in spread. Grebner goes to motion to his left. Rhodes back to pass. Gets it up to Kyle. He's hit immediately. No gain. That's 4th. Well, maybe gained about a half a yard.
Yep, I'll bring on the Redbird punt unit.
Jaden Lambert in to punt. Number 9, Beetle, back to receive for Highland. Nice kick. Down inside the 10-yard line. The ball goes into the end zone.
Yep, pretty nice kick. I'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. 9:15 to go here in this first half. Redbirds up 15-13.
Well, Scotty, that was a nice defensive series there by Highland.
Yeah, you got to give them some credit there.
You know, I mean, yeah, they were prepared for that. What we threw at them there. So. A little bit of motion here up the middle. Let's try. Oh, ball's out. Ball's out. Bit of a scrum. This is still trying to sort it out. Redbird ball.
Wow.
Boy, that's the second turnover.
That's the second one that Jadon Cranford's knocked loose. That's the second time he's done that.
Great job by the defense to knock that ball out. Redbirds take over on their own 30-yard line.
We've got to do something about that, though. Defensively, they're gashing us a little bit.
Yeah, let's, we need to make a little sustained drive here and get some points. Like Kyle's in the backfield. The right side of Rhodes. Rhodes back to pass. He's looking. He's got time. He looks to Shaffron. Shaffron makes the catch right at midfield.
That's a heck of a play by Nick Rhodes and Kedrick Shaffron. That's just basically 6'5" that went up and got that.
A great job by Nick Rhodes just to wait, have some patience. Threw the ball nice and high to Shaffron. Kept it away from the defense. First down from midfield for the Birds. Cote in motion. Kyle off the left side. Keeps his feet going.
That's a nice hard run by the junior running back.
It's about 5 or 6, depending on where the spot is. But we've got a flag out there right at midfield.
Hold against Metamora. Ooh.
Be a 1st and 20 for the Birds.
Yep.
From their own 40-yard line. Redbirds come out and spread. Cote and Shaffron to the left. Rebner and that nickel out there to the right side. Looking to throw. That's Bidney.
Man.
He had a couple steps, just overthrown.
Yep. I like that play on first down.
I like the call. Starts loosening things up a little bit, right?
Boy, it certainly did. And boy, he had a couple steps on his defensive player.
The wind is kind of a little bit to his back here, and it just might have put a little bit more on it than he wanted. Brings up a 2nd and 20. Birds are in a tight formation. Rhodes keeps it on the right side. Looks like the ball's out.
No, I think he broke the tackle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think Boston Cox recovered that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think
Brings up-
Boston Cox recovered that fumble for us. So
Brings up a 3rd and 18.
the Cranford's in the backfield with Rhodes. Back to pass. Looking at Stafford, and he's going high. Stafford had double coverage over there. They brought a high safety on him. That was a tough play.
Yep. Pretty good defense there.
That brings Lambert out to punt. 4th down. Another nice kick. Vito signals for the fair catch. About his own 19-yard line. Trips right for Highland. The quarterback keeper by Jelly.
Yeah,
not fooled. Cam Nickel.
Cam Nickel again. Wow.
Came in and made the play. Dropped him for a loss of 1. Brings up a 2nd and 11. Highland sets up and trip right again. Jelly hands it off.
That's pretty good defense. That's a pretty good job by Jadon Cranford.
Cranford and Petrie on the stop. That's number 30, Tyson Rakers on the carry for Highland. Brings up a 3rd and 7.
Pickup of about 4 for the Bulldogs. Like you said, 3rd and 7. This has been a little bit of our bugaboo right here.
Be nice to get a stop here. Deep in their own territory, we get some good field position out of this. Kind of in a spread formation.
Highland will take a timeout.
I think they want to talk it over a little bit. Maybe didn't see what they like. Well, Scotty, a lot of back and forth here.
A lot of back and forth. You know, it's almost like we're baiting them into doing something that they're not going to be comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, I feel, they're in a spread formation. I've got to think that they were ready to put the ball in the air.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what we want to see here.
Do you bring a backer on this? Or do you just play him straight up?
I'd almost like to see almost like a spy because, Jelly's that quarterback that, he can look and if he's open, if he rolls, does a sprint out to his left side to the wide side of the field, he's got the ability to run. So I almost want to see a spy. Just sit back, be in coverage, but, boy, the minute he comes up towards the line of scrimmage, let's send a backer at him. But I don't want to send somebody in and then have him loose contain, right?
Nobody in the backfield. Oh, there's a motion.
Yep. Number 70 there. We had number 9, Beetle, coming across. And number 70 moved for the offensive line there, Highland. It's up a 3rd and 12. Great opportunity for the Redbirds defense here. Beatles in motion. Back to pass. It's Gell. He's thrown back to his other side.
Oh, deflected by Sam Bagol. Was that
Sam Bagol and Adam Sloan in there? Looks like they both got up. Knocked it down.
That was a pretty well set up play, too, because if they'd been able to complete that, they had some room over there.
They had a lot of motion going to the right side, and they were looking back left. So you're right, that misdirection. Brings up a 4th and 12.
And they do punt out of this formation.
Okay, so Jelly is their punter then as well. Okay, that's a little dangerous when you got the quarterback as the punter.
And he's not very far back in the backfield.
About 7 yards back. It's a little, oh.
They're going to say nothing. He's blocked into that. And the Redbirds are going to get great field position at about the Highland 45-yard line.
Sam Bagol was blocked into it, but he signaled to his coach like it was tipped, so maybe he got a hand on it.
I think it was, too.
But I think the coaches maybe had some feedback for him there, being that close to the punter. So, you know, you got to make a decision at that point, Scotty. When you get that close to the punter, you're either all in, you're going for it, or you got to watch the roughing call, right? So he was quick to tell the coach, hey, coach, I got a piece of it. It's okay, right?
So the Redbirds will start off with outstanding field position here. 5:45 to go here in this first half. Redbirds up 15-13.
Redbird set up and trips right. Guy on the backfield, up the middle. Hits a couple. We've got a penalty flag. Looks to be the spot where holding might be called.
Yeah. They're going to call face mask. I think it's a face mask.
Face mask.
Yeah.
Against the defense.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Might tack that onto the play.
Yep.
Got about 3 yards. Or is that a spot of foul?
That's a spot foul. He's got to come up here.
Okay, we'll see where.
Right there.
Okay, he's starting from the 3-yard gain. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. You know, when you see that flag fly in there, the first thing your mind goes to is holding, right? So brings up a first down, the 27-yard line of Highland. The goal and A.J. Stone shift to the right-hand side.
Oh, Metamora moved. Yeah, we were moving.
And bring us back 5 yards, make a 1st and 15. Boy, we got a little bit of the yellow flag-itis here.
Yep.
I shouldn't say we, it's really both teams. But,
it is.
Like to see clean football, and you like to see those refs keep that flag in their pocket. But
that was clear, though. We were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We left a little early.
Yeah. No knock on the officials at all, but we'd just love to see us clean it up a little bit. The goal and A.J. Stone shift to the right-hand side. Play clock was down to 0. Fans here are making it known. No flag by the officials, and Rhodes scrambles for about a gain of 1. Looks like something was broken there. Something didn't work right, you know?
Well, they're starting that clock before the guy even puts the ball down. Yeah, they started that clock before the ball was even placed.
Yeah, it seems like there's not good communication between the officials and the timekeeper here on that game clock. Rhodes back to pass. Looks up the middle to Shaffrin. He's got him. What is that, about an
8-yard gain. Brings up a 3rd and
about 6, maybe.
Kind of strange we don't see Jadon in here.
You know, with his defensive load. Cote in motion. Rhodes back to throw. Looks like they were trying to set something up. Throws the ball across. got a flag, some type of interference. Oh, you know what? That could be our center was down. We had a couple men downfield. I think the initial play was to throw the ball in a screen situation. I think our line got caught down the field, so I think it's an eligible man downfield. But they did a great job of covering the screen. Now, there could be some kind of interference there as well. Officials are talking it over here. Seemed to throw it right when the play was made on the pass.
They're going to say it's illegal for, but
seeing a lot of different things. I'm seeing hands go to the hips, and
but was the pass thrown behind the line of scrimmage? Because if that's the case, man can be downfield.
Yeah, you know, I mean, where that flag is right about the line of scrimmage, and so you're right. I think they're sorting that out right now.
Yep, they're waving it off.
Scott,
it was thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
Excellent observation, Scotty. Boy, I thought we were further downfield, but he was right at it. Brings up a 4th down for the Birds. You know, that's a nice piece of officiating there to get together and talk it over and make the right call. Rhodes back to pass. He's looking up to Shafford in the end zone. Boy, that's a great play by number 86. That's Gavin Fry from Highland. But what a nice defensive play there because, boy, you know, Shafford had that. So you got to give credit to the defense there. Brings up a 1st down for Highland. They'll take over from their own 23-yard line with 3:24 to go in the half.
A little surprised we didn't see Jadon in that. He's out on defense, so there's
you know, I think he's got a big defensive load, and so you know,
I have no problems with Evan Kyle in there though either.
Oh yeah, no, both of those guys do such a great job. Beatles in motion, fake it to him. Jelly back to pass, the screen. Hit immediately by Brad Schock.
That's a great play by Brad Schock. You know what? The other thing that kind of blew that up was that Ty Dykes smelled that screen coming, and he backed off.
Yeah, Ty Dykes was right there. He escaped Schock. Ty Dykes was going to put a hit on him. Brings up a 2nd and 15.
Under 3 minutes to go. Got to weather the storm here.
Hands off. Was that number?
That was number 3. Hunter
Fry.
Fry.
Okay. Fry gets a couple. Brings up a 3rd and 11.
They get the ball to start the second half.
Little reverse to Beetle. He gets outside. Cote knocks him out of bounds. Right about the Redbirds' 41-yard line. You know, Scotty, he's the kid they call Lightning, and he's certainly shown some speed today. Got 2 real big plays in the first half so far. Jelly hands it off. Gain of a couple. Number 30, Tyson Rakers on the carry.
Just under 2 minutes. Got to play some defense here. And it looks like Highland will take a timeout.
Well, 2nd and 7 here, 1:39 on the clock for the half. Coach wants to make sure he gets his play right.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can have a sense of what they're doing. But I'm sniffing out some misdirection here, Scotty. What do you think?
Well, I think they're going to try and do something to get the ball to Beetle, too, a little bit, because he's been their
big
Their
play guy.
big play guy. Yeah. You know, I think offensively for Metamora just needs to settle down. I mean, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk, but I think we are very good at making adjustments, and I think the adjustments we'll make in this game is we just need to maybe be a little more physical up front, use our dominance.
Yeah, there hasn't been the big lanes to run like we've seen. But again, last week, similar situation, and then the second half, we kind of figured that out a little bit,
Well, you said you thought it'd be a lot like last week, where it'd be back and forth in the first half.
Yeah, this team's too well coached to do a ton of damage in the first half. And off to the right side to Fry. It's down inside the 30.
And he'll have
Looks
a first
to be
down.
A first down. I think they've called a couple plays in series here, so they're going to try to go a little hurry-up offense here. Jelly's back to pass. Ball's up. Greenwald catches it, but he has to lunge to make the play and goes down about his own 29-yard line.
So, 1 minute to go here in this first half. Bird's got to keep him out of the end zone.
You can't allow points here. Give it to the motion man. That Beetle. Yep. Beetle's brought down after a gain of 8. 30 seconds on the clock. Running. Got a whistle here. The Redbirds take the timeout with 24 seconds to talk it over.
Ball on the 21-yard line. Last week, MacArthur had a 1-point lead at halftime, didn't they? No, we did.
Yeah, I thought it was 15 to 14.
Yeah, we did.
I believe.
Yeah, we did.
So we did the 2-point and then the 1-point. Yeah, Scotty, I think you're right. I mean, Beatles are a big play guy, so I expect them to go to him here. Did the jet sweep, and they're going to find a way to try to get him in space.
.24 seconds to go here in the first half. Redbirds up by 2.
Back to pass. Billy's looking across the field. Caught. Down about the 5-yard line. That's number 88, Wyan Rinder for Highland. Clock starts. They go up the middle to Fry. Gets stood up by the Birds right about the 2-yard line.
8.7.
8 seconds to go in the half. Highland takes the timeout from the 2 or 3 yard line down there, but it's awful close.
Eight seconds to go.
Well, Scotty, you got to get the stop here, right?
Yep.
We got to keep the momentum.
How many timeouts? Are they out of timeouts now?
Yeah, nobody has any timeouts. Both are out. So we just got to get a stop here. One play. Unless they throw a pass, right? Stop the clock. Beatles back in the game for Highland. Like they're splitting them out to the left-hand side. Breakers in the backfield. Jelly gets the snap. He's back to pass. He's looking to his right. It's like he's scrambling. Gets into the end zone for the score.
And they'll take that 2-point, or they'll take at least a 4-point lead into the halftime locker room.
Kick is up and good.
Makes it 20-15 as they.
Looks like we'll have a kickoff here. Looks like they're still showing 2 seconds on the clock. Well, you know, they said it. I think we may have talked about this in pregame, but, you know, Jelly is a sophomore quarterback, but, boy, he shows a lot of maturity.
He certainly did. That was a nice play by their sophomore QB.
Cranford back to receive for the Birds. Expect them to probably just squib this and keep this away from Cranford probably, huh?
Yeah, I would think so.
Cranford gets it. Looking for a lane. Taken down about the 35. That brings us to the half.
And to do it, Redbirds will take a 5-point deficit into the halftime locker room. They'll get the ball to start the second half, so we're going to have to play some defense.
Yeah, the defense going to have to step up. We're going to have to make some adjustments. You know, I really think you almost need to put a little spy on the quarterback. You know, I mean, he's dangerous when he scrambles, you know.
Take this time to thank our sponsors. McDonald's, not a morning person? Skip the awkward pre-coffee talk with McDonald's mobile order. Pay at curbside pickup. Merrill Lynch, local faces with big company resources. Metamora Fields Golf Club, where you're always welcome. Come for a quick bite after a round of golf. Snyder Village, your place to call home. Call today. Take a tour, 367-4300. Sue's Place, win or lose, there's always Sue's. Come see us after the game. The Room, located in the historic Homestead Building, is proud to be your local football headquarters. Zobrist Insurance, your total insurance solution. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the second half. Welcome back to Highland. Randy, Metamora took that 20-15 score, or the 5-point deficit into the halftime locker room, and and you could probably say the same thing if you're Highland. We feel like we should have 2 more touchdowns. They probably feel the same way. But Metamora, I think, offensively has kind of shot themselves in the foot. We've had great field position, started a nice drive, get a holding penalty, an offsides penalty, and then things just kind of broke down after that. And we have to overcome that. We're better than that. And I think this second half you'll start seeing that a little bit more.
Yeah, really, when you look at the big plays, I mean, Highland had the share of big plays in the first half. We had the fumble recover for a touchdown, but, there was a couple opportunities we had to connect to our receivers, and it just didn't happen. And I've got to think that, we keep, be willing to take the long shot. I think that'll come up in our favor.
I think so, too. We just need to settle down and play smart football, and we're capable of doing that.
Yeah, and Highland's done a nice job defensively. They've really over pursued and made some plays. Stopped us in the backfield, stopped Nick Rhodes a couple times. After last week, you don't expect to see Nick Rhodes get stopped, right?
No,
so it's kind of a surprise. So yeah, I think hopefully the coaches make some adjustments, and we just get a sustained drive. But I think we're in good shape here. Would have been nice to see us get a stop at the end there. Again, we did that last week, but that it really wasn't until the second half that we saw us get some big stops against MacArthur. So yeah, hopefully we're ready to go here.
Metamora will be kicking off to start this second half. So Highland will have the ball.
I haven't seen any stats, but I'd be curious to see between Fry and the quarterback Jelly and Beetle, kind of who's got the yardage. I think it's kind of split between those two.
I think Jelly might be. Well, Fry might have a few more because he's had a long run and it resulted in a fumble, but it was still a nice long run.
Yeah, but Jelly's had a few nice ones too. So I think those three are really carrying the load. But yeah, certainly Beetle being the big play guy. But I really think we've got to do something just to slow down Jelly. It'd be nice to see us get a little more physical with him and slow him down a little bit.
Yeah. We did get a nice hit on him on the 2-point conversion. Ty Dykes kind of landed on him and might have knocked the wind out of him. Luckily, he wasn't hurt or anything, but we got to slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, offensively, I think Kyle did a nice job. He runs so physically, but I really like to see that combination in the backfield of Kyle and Cranford. And when you have those two in there, they're both such a threat that we can do some misdirection things. We've got a nice little play where we fake it to Cranford, we give it to Kyle, kind of on a little counter type of movement, and that's been big for us too. So just throwing some misdirection, trying to catch them in over pursuit just a little bit. On the kickoff here, I'd like to see us keep the ball away from Beetle.
Do you squib it?
I think, squib can end up anywhere, but maybe you target somebody that somebody that you can catch.
Yeah.
Who that guy is. Not quite sure. We'll have to see what their alignment is, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Sopko will be looking to the sideline to get that call right from the coaching staff.
Beautiful afternoon here in Highland.
Great day for football.
Oh, man.
Just fantastic. You say November football, this isn't what comes to mind.
No.
Great mid-season temperature here. Now nobody's going to overheat. 60-degree weather. Little overcast here.
As Metamora's kickoff team comes onto the field, We'll get started here in just a minute, the second half.
I believe the Providence game was finalized.
Final,
so, Providence New Lenox won. So the winner here today will have to go up to Providence New Lenox to play them next week.
They know a little something about winning football games, too.
Yeah, they're part of that Catholic league, and, I believe Joliet Catholic won.
Yep.
So, these Catholic schools show up come playoff time. No
They
question
certainly
about
do.
it.
Tommy Sopko gets ready to kick off.
Goes deep. Ball rolls into the end zone.
That's a good job by Sopko.
Took advantage of that wind a little bit there to get underneath it. Well, defense takes the field. Highland's 20-yard line.
Ball we place right on the 20-yard line. Vito comes off the field.
Got Fry in the backfield with Greenwald, the up back. Number 88, Render in motion. Like Fry goes to the left side.
And I believe there's a flag down. That might be a hold on Highland. 12 men in the field?
Yep, holding. It's like it's holding against Highland.
Hold, yeah. That'll move them back 10. That'll make it a 1st and 20, and that's a good sign for Metamora so far.
Highland lines up here. 2 receivers on the right-hand side. Beatles, the back receiver. Almost makes me wonder if they're going to look at a little bubble here to him. Deuce back set. Front back goes in motion. Jelly keeps it. Goes up the right side. It's about 5.
Yeah, pretty close, yeah. Up to about the 15-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs.
Two receivers to the left for Highland. Jelly keeps it to the right. Hit immediately by Cam Nichols and cleaned up by Ty Dyke.
Nice job, though, by your son, Sam Bagol. He stayed
Sam
home.
was in there, just
forced it back down inside. It's up a 3rd and about 16 for the Bulldogs.
Big play for the defense here.
That was a big gainer for him in that first half. They stayed home that time.
Beetle in motion, gets the jet sweep to his left. Falls down.
Metamora got it.
Recovered by Wes McNeil.
Covered by Metamora. Wes, big job. Nice job. Couldn't see who forced
job.
that fumble, but that's just what
it looked
Metamora
like that
needed.
Was Cam Nickel coming up, making a hit, putting the helmet on the ball. And great job by the Redbird defense. What a play.
Redbirds needed a break, and they got it inside the Highland 20-yard line down at the 18. Redbirds will have it 1st and 10 as the Redbird offense comes onto the field.
Boy, the defense really showed poise there. Just contained, didn't get overexcited, didn't over-pursue, did their job. So giving the offense great field position here. Rhodes keeps it on the right side. He's got blockers. Bounces it out. Cuts the corner. Looks like he gets the first down.
Oh, they're going to call a late hit. They're going to call a late hit on that.
I think he got the first down.
And that'll be half the distance That'll move it down to about the 4-yard line.
Didn't see that, Scott. Would somebody hit him out of bounds?
Yeah, he was out of bounds, and then they shoved him.
Okay.
Kind of ticky-tack, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't really see any, major collision or anything.
Should be at the 4-yard line. 1st and 10, Redbirds.
Okay.
And Jadon Cranford back in the Redbird backfield.
Roach takes it to his right side.
And looks like he's in for the touchdown.
Fantastic way to start the half for the Redbirds.
Metamora back out in front, 21-20. I think they'll leave their offense on the field and go for 2.
That's Stephen Petrie in at quarterback. Flanked by Kyle on the right side. Petrie takes off to his right. Gets into the end zone.
Petrie gets in. Nice job by the Redbird offensive line. That makes it 23-20. So just under 2 minutes into this second half, Redbirds regain the lead.
Boy, the Birds just look calm and ready to take care of business here in the second half.
So Beetle and Fry back deep for Highland as Tommy Sopko gets ready to kick off for the Redbirds. There's a lot of room over here by this 30-yard line.
Takes the kick deep.
Down to the 4-yard line. Not going to be a block in the back on the defense.
23 prod on the return for Highland. It's out to about the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. Didn't see a flag there, but there was a fan here that...
He wanted a block in the back, but it's hard for the defense to get a block in the back. Up to the 29-yard line, the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10.
Ball goes up the middle. That's Fry.
Pickup of about 6.
Game's getting a little more physical here. You see Packett and Vasquez there having a little extracurricular activity. So two heavy hitters going at it there. Beetle comes in motion, a jet sweep to the right. Delivers a blow to Cranford there. Gets real close to the first down.
I think he got the first. Good job by Jadon Cranford to come up, put his head down. That'll be a first down.
In. Highland has a first down on their own 39-yard line. Breakers has it, gets a few.
He picks up about 3. Like about 3 yards.
Like Adam Sloan in there on the hit. Maybe helped out by Shea Seals.
Brings up a 2nd and about 7 for the Bulldogs.
Beetle in motion to the left. Kelly gets it, keeps it. Looks like he's back to pass. To his right side, incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Chalk was right there in coverage. A nice job by the defense. Brings up a 3rd and 7.
Big down for the Redbird defense.
Yeah. Big opportunity here to swing the momentum of this game. Jelly back to pass. Ty Dykes is pursuing him. Goes to Redbird.
Oh,
there.
yeah, good job.
Brought down by Cam Nichols in the backfield for the sack.
That was huge by Metamora. Big defensive stand by Metamora there.
Fantastic play. Brings up a 4th and 12.
Good job by the defensive backs on defense.
Yeah, when he has that much time, that's really a coverage sack.
Oh,
You got to give the D-backs a credit there. Nobody was available to throw the ball to. Got Grebner and Cote back to receive the kick. Jelly, the quarterback, is their kicker, of course. Looks like we got some motion on the line here by Highland.
Yep, and they did jump off sides, or they did coax us to come off sides.
Yeah, looks like they're bringing them back another 5. That'll bring a 4th and 16.
Yep.
From their own 33-yard line, looks like. Cote and Grebner take a couple steps forward.
Yeah. I was going to say, that was about a 4-yard mark-off, but he did move it back.
He's does the rugby kick. Like it's out of bounds.
At about the 43-yard line.
All right, good field position for the Birds here.
So Metamora will get the ball to start this second drive of the half in pretty solid field position. Not quite as good as what we had down here before, but still pretty solid.
Hard to beat the 18-yard line, Scotty, Birds are trips right with Shaffron, Bidney, and Cote on the right side. Cranford, the sole back in the backfield. Cranford gets it, going around the right side. Gets about 6.
That's a pretty solid pickup on first down.
Nice play. Second and 4 from the Birds' own 49-yard line. Got trips left this time. Rhodes keeps the ball off the right side, looking for daylight.
And I think he'll have a first down. First down, Metamora, as they cross into Highland territory. First down, Metamora.
Down to about the 45 of Highland. Nice job by Rhodes, just to be patient, let his blockers get some angles and just work in behind them for the first down.
Ryan Vogel a few weeks called it a patented methodical Redbird drive, and that's really what we need right now.
Yes, for sure.
Highland kind of had that the first half.
Cranford gets it up the middle. Gets a few.
Picks up about 3 yards on first down. Makes it a second and about 7.
Got the 3 amigos over here and trips left again. Shaffron, Bidney, and Cote. And Cranford again, the sole back in the backfield. Rhodes looks to pass. Quick slant to Cote.
That's a beautiful play. He double clutched there to let him get another step into the open and hit Cote right in stride for a first down. Can't see who's down over there. Who is that?
Bauman, maybe? Seth Bauman, possibly? For 84.
Oh, man.
Maybe with a cramp, possibly.
He looked odd laying there. I'm not sure what happened. Ooh, man. He's played playing pretty well.
Yeah.
You just hate to see this.
A great blocker off the edge. The Redbird staff looks him over.
It looks like it might be. Or they look like they're helping him up. It looks like it might be a cramp.
That would be my guess.
Ooh, it might be a little more to cramp.
It could be a knee. It's the way he's hobbling there. Yeah, he's not putting any weight on that left side. So knee, a hip, an ankle, something on that left side.
Well, Redbirds have it 1st and 10 at the Highland 26-yard line.
Cote and Shaffron split to the left-hand side. Cranford in the backfield. A.J. Stone at the H-back. Cranford gets it up the right side. He's bounced it out. Not much there.
Pretty good defense by Highland.
Yeah, defense just strung him out there. There just wasn't much space.
No.
That's a tough run on the short side of the field like that. You know,
Yep.
There's just not a lot of room over there.
Loss of 2 brings up a 2nd and 12 for the Redbirds.
Got Bidney split out to the right side. We got Shaffron and Cote on the left. Cranford in the backfield. Rhodes gets it back to pass. He's looking long. Looking to Bidney. Bidney makes the grab.
Brings up a 3rd and short for Metamora. Nice job by both Bidney and Rhodes.
Great placement of the ball away from the defense, and then Bidney made a nice little sliding catch there. Makes that a manageable 3rd down.
Yep. Inside the 20-yard line for Metamora.
Got Bidney and Cote split left. Rhodes keeps it off the right side. Maybe gets 1. Brings up a 4th down for the Birds. About a 4th and 2. That packet there made a nice play on Rhodes.
Yeah. Big down.
Got Kyle in the backfield with Rhodes. Bidney and Cote to the left. A.J. Stone, the H-back on the right side. Rhodes back to pass. He's looking. He scrambles to his right.
And he'll have a first down. Oh, Nick Rhodes with a big down or big play.
Nice job by Rhodes. You know, he was looking to throw the ball and you know, didn't want to take the chance. Did a great job of scrambling.
Wow, that might be the play of the game so far.
4th down. That's a big play for the Birds.
Takes it down to the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Redbirds.
Petrie off to the right side. Hits a couple. Maybe 3.
Pick up 3 yards, makes it a 2nd and about 7 for the Redbird offense. Boy, they're really keying on that right side, aren't they?
Yeah. See, that's number 55, Packett, with another stop. The defense. He's one of their key players defensively. Got Shaffron, Bidney, and Cote again. Trips left.
The slant's open.
High on the backfield. Rhodes takes it to the right side. It's another 3 yards.
Pick up down to about the 5.
3 yards in a cloud of dust, Scotty.
Yep.
Birds go trip left again.
Well, it's time for Nick Rhodes to make
Kyle's
another play.
in the backfield. Kyle gets it to the left side, cuts it up.
And
real close to the end zone. We got a flag here. I mean, he's about on the 1 foot line. Not sure what this flag is. Is that holding?
That's a
block in the back.
Block in the back.
Block in the back by the Birds. Is that a spot of foul?
Yeah, that's past the line of scrimmage.
Okay. Takes us back to the original line of scrimmage, brings up a 3rd and 10. Maybe 3rd and 11.
Do you go deep to, you lay it up for Shafford in the corner of the end zone?
Boy, that would be nice. You know, we got Shafford and Bidney now. You do have, they've got a defender out there, this Gavin Fry, number 86. He's 6'3", 160. So they do have a D-back that's got some length that they've been putting on Shaffron. So, you know, I believe he's the one that knocked that ball down in the first half. Yeah. So they do have a matchup for him.
Do you think the slant pattern will be open this close to the end zone?
Yeah, I think they've got Bidney way out wide and Shaffron way out wide, and I think they just maybe wanted to see.
You come underneath with Cote underneath?
Well, I like him, run a little cross route, maybe trying to confuse the defense. Maybe they don't switch right and see if somebody's open, and if Rhodes doesn't see anything, just tuck it and go, right? A little crossing pattern sometimes, though, can get somebody open down here.
So the Redbirds,
we got Cote and Schaffer on the left side. Bidney's on his own out in the right. Cranford in the backfield.
There's a lot of room on that right side.
Okay, back to pass. He's looking to his right, looking over to Bidney. Bidney makes the catch.
Touchdown!
Get in the end zone. What a play. What a throw and what a catch.
Connor Bidney with a huge play for the Redbirds.
Love the use of our receivers there. I really think that's an advantage we have in this game.
That'll bring on Tommy Sopko with point after. Boy, what a third down play. Whew.
You love to see the Redbirds just fight through that adversity. They get the penalty down on the 1 foot line. Kick is up.
And good.
Good for the conversion. Brings a score. Metamora 30, Highland 20. 2:20 to go, the third quarter. So you love to see, in the first half we had the holding call, brought us back, didn't really recover well from that. Boy,
we felt bad about
here.
ourselves early in the game. When we did it in the first half, we felt bad about ourselves and feeling sorry for ourselves. And this time we just said, what, so what? We're just going to score anyway.
We kept fighting and just kept going. So love the call there. I thought that was a great call on third down. Bidney wasn't going to be denied the end zone there. He caught that ball about 1.5 yards out. Fought his way in.
And had the first down.
True. Stop going to kick for the Birds.
So we doubled our first half points in less than 10 minutes.
Like they're moving Beetle around here to try to get him the ball. Stopko kicks it, and Beetle catches it. Make a play. He gets hit hard by Shock.
He took it, though.
Yeah, he responded and bounced forward for 1 yard or two, but it's a nice hit by Brad Shock there. Highland takes over on their own 38-yard line. We've got Kevin Barker in there in the defensive line in for Sam Bagol.
Giving him a break.
Trips right for Highland. Kelly goes back, a little bubble screen to Beadle. Gets run down by Shaw. Got a little extracurricular activity there. I don't know if you see a flag there. It's like a little extra blocking there against Cranford. Surprised we didn't see a flag on that. This game's going to start getting a little chippy. Ty Dykes, great job of running Fry down from the backside.
Got a little help from Wes McNeil, but
Wes McNeil helped him clean up a little bit. Loss of 1 on the play.
Brings it a second, right on the 50-yard line. Second and about 11 for the Bulldogs. Are they in 4-down territory?
You know, down by 10. At home, I think you probably are. Fry off to the right side.
Oh, that's really good run support there.
That's Adam Sloan and Wes McNeil there for the play. And, boy, you see Adam Sloan from the nose position. Came out and made that play. What a hustle by him.
And he got back to, maybe picked up a yard back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
It looked like they had a little more room than that, Scotty. What a great job by the defense to close in on him. Little reverse here to Beadle. Nice job by Cam.
Cam Nichols didn't let that happen again.
He did, and there's 3 other Redbirds there with them. So great job to sniff out the misdirection there. That brings up a 4th and 7 or 8.
About 8 yards, yeah. We're closing out on the final 30 seconds of the 3rd quarter. I think they're probably just going to let that clock wind down.
A big play here, Scotty.
They're going to.
They might try to draw us off sides here. I don't think they have to run a play.
No, they don't. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter as we head to the 4th. Redbirds up 30-20.
Central Illinois, you asked for it and we listened. Germantown Grill is growing, adding more dining space and a private gaming area featuring games powered by Gold Rush, the gold standard in video gaming. The game's on at Germantown Grill, off Route 116.
Well, we love it. So we've been coming for almost 10 years. Dr. Kaufman is affiliated with high school sports. It offers anything from adjustment to physical therapy. The whole staff is so good to my family, which is extremely important nowadays.
We keep coming back because it has changed how we feel tremendously, but also because we know that Dr. Kaufman and his staff genuinely care about the people that walk through his door. And he's passionate about what he does, and that comes across in everything.
Get ready to start this 4th quarter. Big 4th down for Highland.
Jelly back to pass. It's at the 23.
Oh, and he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
By Cam Nickel.
Cam Nickel is all over the field, and Redbirds will take over on their own 49-yard line.
Great job by the defense. Boy, they've responded here.
You know, Cam got the tackle, but they just pinned in Beetle, and he had nowhere to go. Washington, no score over in Washington against Crete Monet.
In the second quarter. Evan Kyle gets it on the left-hand side.
Pickup of about 2. We can kind of milk the clock here a little bit.
Got Bidney and Grebner over here on the right-hand side.
Yep.
Back to pass. Grebner catches the ball, makes a couple miss. Oh, loses the ball. Recovered by Highland at their own 40-yard line.
Avery does not want to go to that sideline right now.
Yeah, that's unfortunately. I think he's going to have a conversation over there with
his
someone
dad.
he knows real well, all too well.
Well, the defense has to step up again. Time to get another turnover.
Highland comes out in the spread, single back set. Kelly back to pass over the middle. Got his man. Beetle in for the score. Well, quick strike there by Highland.
Yep.
Next play mentality, right? Got to get back out there and Ellison the kick for Highland. Ball's up.
He got it.
And it's good. Well, that brings the game to a 3-point score. Metamora 30, Highland 27 with 11:07 to go in the contest.
So we're going to have to score again.
You know, I'd love to see one of those slow, methodical Redbird drives right now. You know, as much as I like to put the ball in the air, Scotty, right now I think it's time to be physical and impose our will, you know?
It's time for a steady diet of Jadon Cranford and Evan Kyle.
And 3 yards and a cloud of dust, right? Cranford, Grebner, and Nickel back to receive. Nickel catches the ball, goes up the middle. It's about the 39-yard line. Nickel looks like maybe he tweaked an ankle.
Got to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah. Hopefully they can get him taped up and a little icy hot on it and get him ready to go.
And we come out and it'll be Jadon Cranford in the backfield for Metamora.
Shaffron and Bidney split out wide. A.J. Stone in the H-back. Cranford gets on the left side, looking for daylight, makes a cut.
Pretty nice cut there to pick up about 3 yards.
Number 55, Packett, on the tackle again. Cranford in the backfield again. Cranford gets it on the right side. Gets run down again by number 55, Packett. You know, he's got to have a dozen tackles by now.
Oh, he does.
You know, we've got to put a body on him. Brings up a 3rd and 10.5 for the Birds on their own 38-yard line. Big play here for the offense. Like Bird set up and trips left. Gaffron's over here on his own. Cranford in the backfield. Grebner goes in motion. Rhodes back to pass. He's going long. Bibby. Ball's picked off by Hunter.
No, it's dropped.
Incomplete. Oh, I thought he had a hold of that. That'll bring in Jaden Lambert in to punt the ball.
We're not real big on that play. I would have liked to have seen us go a little shorter to get a first down. But
maybe a back shoulder to the sticks or something, but next play mentality. Ball's up over the middle of the field. Gets a Highland bounce. Back to the the Highland 48-yard line.
Cam Nichols come back out. Cam Nichols.
Yep, he's out there. Yeah, you know, you see a punt like that, we get a 12-yard punt. You know, in hindsight, I'd like to see you go for it, right? Throw it down the field again, but I don't have a crystal ball to lend the coach for this game, so that's a tough one. The defense has to make a stand here. Jelly back to throw. Looking in the middle. Overthrows his man.
Pretty good coverage.
Number 23, Jonathan Frott.
Pretty good coverage.
Yeah, great coverage there. Was that Petrie and Grebner back there in coverage, or Cote? Didn't see exactly who was there. We had two guys there ready to go. Brings up a 2nd and 10. 9:18 on the clock. Beetle in motion. Jelly keeps it. He's looking to pass.
There's a hold.
Like Ty Dykes drew a holding call
there.
There's
a hold, yep.
On number 55, Packett. That's a nice matchup there. Ty Dykes and Packett.
Yeah.
Those are two warriors out there in the field.
And that will be a hold against Highland. It'll move them back 10 more yards, make it a 2nd and 20. Did they not turn the clock on that one? It was 9:11 before the play, wasn't it?
I thought it was like 9:17 maybe.
Oh, maybe so.
I think a little bit of time ran. Unfortunately, 9/11. I remember that number, Scotty. So,
yeah.
You know. All right, great opportunity for the defense here. It was 2nd and 20. Got to get a little pressure on the quarterback. We can't give him time to get set up. Jelly back to pass. Going over the middle, wide open. Number 88, blown coverage by the Birds. With Wyatt Rinder for Highland. Highland takes the lead with 9:01 to go in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Oh, lots of time. Lots of time. Got to calm down, get her composure. To kick the extra point. It's up.
And good.
And good. Highland takes the lead, 34-30 with 9:01 left to go in the fourth quarter. A lot of time, Scotty. A lot of time.
A lot of time.
Cranford and Grebner back to receive. I don't see Nickel out there. Got
probably don't want to take a chance.
Got Nick Rhodes over here in place of Nickel on the kick return.
Well, that's going to go
Cranford.
to Cranford.
Oh, Rhodes takes it. Up the middle. Still on his feet.
Crosses
about
the
40-yard line.
Boy, he was an eyelash.
Yeah, it opened up there a little bit for him. There's a little bit of daylight there. Well, the Birds take the field. 8:55 to go. Cranford in the backfield with Rhodes. Gets the ball off to his left, cuts back right. I don't think Cranford liked the helmet-to-helmet contact there by the defender. Gets about 7 yards.
You want to keep your cool.
Yeah, yep. You know, you got to let the officials take control of that and just keep playing. You could hear that pop from all the way up here, and it was definitely helmet-to-helmet. Cranford gets it on the left side, cuts it back. You got a flag.
Holding against Metamora.
That would be my guess. Yep. Holding on the Birds. That'll be second in, what, about 13?
Yeah.
14? Shafford and Cote split to the right side. Bidney on his own on the left. Marshall Vasquez back in the game at the H-back. Cranford in the backfield. Rose gets it, back to pass. Steps up. Wrapped up. That's number 55, Hackett. Oh, and 24, I'm sorry. That's 24, Carter Barth for Highland on the sack. Brings up a 3rd and 15 for the Redbirds. Would love to see us go up here to Shafford or Bidney. Or maybe a little quick slant to Cote. Let's see what Coach has got in store for us. Oh.
Metamora takes a timeout.
Delay a game on the offense. That'll take us back another 5 yards. That makes it a 3rd and 20. All right. Big play here for the Birds. Cote comes in motion. Rhodes back to pass. Throws the ball to Cranford. Misses. 4th down. Well, we need to get a good kick here and try to flip this field.
.7:05 to go in the ballgame. Redbirds trail by 4.
Lambert gets a nice kick. Gets a Redbird roll down inside the 30-yard line.
Pretty good punt. Pretty good punt.
Nice punt down to the Highland 29. Nice punt, nice coverage. You know, didn't really give the defender, or the Highland player a chance to pick that up. Motion up the middle.
Pickup of about 5 yards. I'm going to say 5 yards.
Yeah. Petrie on the stop for the Birds. Highland sets up and trips left. Back to pass, little bubble screen to Beadle. Stiff arms Cranford. It's taken out of bounds by Chalk and finished off by Petrie. Highland gets the 1st down on the play. Trips right for Highland. Beadle in motion. Quarterback keeper by Jelly up the middle.
Picked up maybe a yard.
Maybe 1. Cam Nickel on the stop for the Birds. Second and 9, 5:30 on the clock.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. We just got to get a stop.
Trips left for Highland. Highland takes the timeout. 5:21 to go. Highland holding the 4-point lead. Well, Scotty, we got to get a stop here.
Got to get a stop. Got to. As the ball game is in the next 2 minutes here.
So you've seen enough. What do? Do you blitz? Do you spy? What do you think we have to do here?
I don't think you need to blitz because they're going to try and run the football. They got to run clock.
Yeah.
So, and the passes they are going to throw are going to be short little screen passes. So they're not going to do anything. They're not going to mess around.
I think you've got to keep somebody with their eye on Jelly, though, because he's crafty enough to scramble, you know. So even if they do stop, set up for a little short pass, got to be there for him.
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs with 5:21 to go in the ball game.
Jelly keeps it on the right side.
And he's going to probably get back to
down
line of scrimmage.
By Wes McNeil.
Yep.
That's a nice job. Yeah, no gain on the play.
Brings up a 3rd and about 9.
Jelly back to pass. He's looking long. Got number 5. Makes the catch. That's Ethan Greenwald for Highland.
Now, you can't let that happen. You cannot let that happen.
Yeah, nice throw by Jelly. Nice catch by the receiver. Yeah, they've done some damage over the top here today. Up the middle, Rakers. Cranford saves the touchdown right inside the 5-yard line. Up the middle to Fry. It's down about the 2. Jelly goes under center from the 2-yard line. Gives it to Fry.
Touchdown.
He's in the end zone.
They've scored 3 unanswered touchdowns.
That's 20 straight points here, pending the extra point.
Yeah.
Ellis in for the kick. Up.
They got it.
Gives Highland an 11-point lead, 41-30, with 3:45 to go. Well, the Birds need something miraculous to happen here.
Yeah.
So hopefully just keep our heads right and keep going here. But we've dug ourselves a little bit of a hole here, Scotty.
Got a terrible hole.
Not over till it's over, Scotty. So squib kick. Picked up by Nickel. Ball is out.
Picked up by Metamora, luckily.
Yep, picked up by Grebner. Metamora takes over from their own 36-yard line. 3:37 to go. Well, I think we got to use our receivers. Go to our big receivers here. You got to score quickly here. That's Shaffron and Cote to the left side. Throws back to pass. Goes to Cote, just misses to the left.
Yeah, that was just. I think we got to go downfield a little further too.
I'd like to see us throw it up to Shaffron here. Let him go up and make a play.
Right, got 2 catches on the day. Shaffron.
Shaffron. I know he's got 1. on the quick slant.
Yeah, I think he's got 2, but maybe not.
No, Bidney's got 2. Don't have a stat sheet here. Rhodes keeps the ball on the left side. Got some daylight. Keeps his legs going. Gets almost to the 45-yard line.
Pretty nice run. Pretty nice.
Job by Rhodes. Metamora hustles up to the line. Get the playoff.
Oh, come on. Too much of that today.
Yep. Yeah, snap just didn't go. I don't know if he lost the ball or whatnot, but that'll bring up a 1st and 15. That'll stop the clock.
You got to be up there ready to go when that clock starts.
Yep, here it goes. Rhodes back to pass. He's looking. He's starting to scramble. Tries to get the edge on the right side. Throws it to... Looking for Cote, and a couple defenders stepped in front of him. They made a play on the ball. It was clean, but... Cote's down. Clock stops with 2:56 to go. Redbirds are 2nd and 15. They're out taking a look at Cote. Cote gets up. His left leg is shaking up a little bit.
I think
able to jog off the field.
That's
so.
good sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah, he looks great. Redbird offense gets lined up. Trips right. Krebner, Bidney, and Shaffrin.
2nd and 15 for the Redbirds.
Right side.
Just under 3 minutes to go. Redbirds trail by 11, 41-30.
Rhodes puts down the field. He's going long for Shaffrin, who's wide open. Gets brought down about the 15-yard line.
They're going to say it's at about the 16. Pretty nice play by Rhodes.
Birds are showing a nice job getting up to the line of scrimmage here to get the playoff. Rhodes looks back to pass. Got time. He's running to his right. Steps out of bounds.
It's a nice play by Rhodes.
Clock stops with 2:37 to go. Schaffer and Cote split out to the left side. Rhodes throws it up. Cote, and he's got an alley to the end zone.
Is that a touchdown?
Touchdown, Redbird.
Nicest drive of the day.
2:28 to go.
No time.
The Redbirds respond.
Might as well go for two.
Looks like we're bringing in Stephen Petrie, our 2-point specialist.
Yeah, you might as well.
Redbirds in a tight formation with Shaffrin split to the right. Petrie takes off to the right side. And Packett runs him down from behind.
Yeah, you're going to have to get a you're going to have to get a touchdown anyway.
Yeah. It would have put us within a field goal to tie, but you're right. Got to play to win on the road, right, Scotty?
Yep.
We're not looking for a tie today.
And now you got to try and get the onside kick.
Yep, Tommy Sopko's got some special skills when it comes to the onside kick game. We almost had one to start out the Decatur-MacArthur game last week. We were awful close there, so maybe he can reproduce that magic for us here today.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice. 2:28 to go. Redbirds trail by 5, 41-36.
Scotty, it's not over till it's over.
Yeah.
Tommy Sopko sets up the kick. He hesitates a little bit. Onside kick. Recovered by Highland, right about midfield. That's Hunter Fry, their halfback. Well, the ball was bouncing a little bit. We just need a little extra bounce there at the end. Good effort. Highland 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Both teams have 2 timeouts left here, so we do have the ability to stop the clock. I think Coach is going to want to see a defensive play or two before he does that. Kelly hands it off. Breakers. He's hit after about a 3-yard gain. Redbirds take a timeout with 2:21 to go. 2nd and 7. Got to get stops here, Scotty. Got to get stops.
Yep.
You know, if you're Highland, you might be in, well, you probably are in 4-down territory, right?
Boy, I don't know, because if they don't make it, it depends on what the down and distance is.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Scotty, it's a little bit tense here.
Yeah,
you know, Highland lines up in a pretty tight formation. Motion. That Beetle gets it. Brings up a 3rd down. 3rd and about 1. 2:14 to go. Redbirds have to get a stop here.
Big down for the Metamora defense.
You know, and the Birds are out of timeouts here, so, you know, you've got to get a stop here. And, you know, Highland's going to let that clock run as long as they can, right?
Yep.
So you've got to make a play here.
If we can hold them here in the next play, we'll get the ball back with a little over a minute to go.
Well, season on the line right here. Defense has got to make a play. Highland sprints up to the line. Jelly's under center. Hands the ball back. Rakers gets the first down. Redbirds are trying to punch the ball out, but not effective. Now the Redbirds really don't have a way to stop the clock.
Can they take a knee?
You know, you could. Yeah, you don't have to do anything. So Jelly's under center, takes a knee. Like the Metamora defense, all three linemen are right there on the ball. Looks like they're going to try to dive in and create some type of activity. Jelly downs it again. So, well, looks like we got the last snap here.
Yep, that'll do it. Well, Highland will come away with the win tonight, a 41-36 ball game.
Well, you got to give credit to Highland.
Yeah, they played well.
I mean,
they
played well. A couple of things didn't go our way the second half.
Yeah.
But you know what? Heck of a season for the Birds. You know, heck of a season.
Yep, heck of a season. You hate to lose those second-round ball games.
Yeah. I think there's a few things we'd like to do differently. You know, if we had to do it again. But you know what? Nothing to be ashamed of.
No, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's a heck of a game.
It's unfortunate that you lose a second-round ball game like this, but you know it is what it is, and Metamora's going to have to rebound and play some better football, you know, down the road. That's the way it's going to have to be.
Yeah. You know, we've got a young team. You know, you look at you got Nick Walker, your senior quarterback, but your backfield, and you got a lot of young talent in this program. So, you know, it's a great experience for some of these youngsters, and you know, hopefully this inspires them to work hard in the off season and improve themselves, and you know, keep the tradition going. Right?
Yep. Take a break, and when we come back, we'll
Contact Greg Harmon for a home and auto quote today.
$101. You can do it. 102. We're not gonna give up. We're never until we're strong and mighty and tough. These weights are gonna be heavy, like a heavy job. So you're gonna need to bring your muscles with you. Got it? Now let's get lifting some weights. Come on.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin Kyle.
Both of my children have really enjoyed Dr. Frenette. She's epic with our kids. She works so well, making them feel comfortable, making the treatments fun, because fears can be a big deal.
If you haven't tried chiropractic, call us at Kaufman Wellness Center.
I'm actually 49 years old and I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. What I like about Kaufman is the communication is excellent. It's always very easy to get in. They had a huge impact on how fast I was able to reach my fitness goal.
Central Illinois, you asked for it and we listened. Germantown Grill is growing, adding more dining space and a private gaming area featuring games powered by Gold Rush, the gold standard in video gaming. The game's on at Germantown Grill, off Route 116.
Welcome back to Highland. Well, Randy, a tough way to lose a ball game, and it's a sad way to end the season. It's just tough.
Yeah. I mean, this is a battle out here today. They made some big plays. We made some big plays. Then they made some bigger plays, right? Come the fourth quarter, and we just couldn't respond. You look at this game. You play this game, and we might win more than 50%, right? If you rematch this game, but some of the penalties, some of the little things just got away from us there at the end, and they scored 21 unanswered points there at the end. So not the way that these seniors wanted to go out, but again, it's a playoff game, Scotty.
Yep.
And we knew that Highland was not going to stop, right? And we said that early on. This team was not going to stop. So, we maybe let them into it, and, they finished it off, and sometimes that's what home field advantage does. So, I don't want to make excuses, but again, hopefully our young kids in the program see this and see the opportunities and realize, you know what, you start working hard in the off season, you get in the weight room, and, you're able to dominate people, and you got to learn from it, right?
Well, I want to thank you for everything. You came in, did a great job. Thank you so much. And,
it's been a blast. No, I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity. It's been a lot of fun.
I want to thank Tom Hagan, our producer, Jonathan Stolzberg, the cameraman, my brother Mike Kirker for doing the camera. I want to thank Ryan Vogel for being our sideline reporter for most of the year, and MTCO and all of our sponsors.
Yeah, I got to thank my wife for stepping in and doing some camera work for Mike Kirker while he was down sick for a week. So we appreciate her for that.
Yep.
She had a lot of fun helping out with the crew.
Well, I think that'll about do it. We'll sign off, and basketball season's about three short weeks away, and that should be an exciting season. And we'll see you. Well, we don't get to do the Washington tournament, but we'll see you about a week after the tournament. So, That'll do it from Highland. Metamora loses 41-36. We'll see you in the basketball season.